Hello, Edward, Alicia, and Anna. Anna, thanks very much for spending some time with me last week. I thought it would be helpful if I just put some thoughts back to you and outline some of the things that I believe I can help you with Newton Day. Before I jump into giving you some feedback, let me just first of all outline what Newton Day is about. Newton Day is named after Sir Isaac Newton and the famous moment when an apple dropped on his head. And what we try to do is to create apple dropping moments for IT and professional services B2B companies. And the way we do that is we have an approach, a methodology to achieving the outcomes that you are trying to achieve, focused around growth or selling your business, one or the other. And it's really a thought process that we work through, and you can see that on this slide. What do I talk about to my customers? How do I link the story that my customer wants to talk about with my business? How do I engage with customers? And how do I close the deal? What do I need to do to make sure I close the deal? So really, we walk through that life cycle of conversation with customers and sales process with customers, and we work out what's missing and how to improve it. From the description Anna's given me of Telesens, I think the good news about that is that you have all of the ingredients in your business for growth. But it could do more to leverage its heritage as a brand and as a leader for technology in the communications industry. It could definitely focus more towards top-end quality IT consulting and services, because that's going to generate you higher revenues. And a good example of that is to look at the PA Consulting site, and you'll see how they're using stories to bring attention to parts of their business and certain audiences that they're trying to attract. I'd also recommend you take another look at how you target your customers and the customer segments, how well you attract, win, delight, and grow your customer accounts. All 4 phases of that process need to be working really well within the business, so that we're not just working really hard to win customers, but we're also keeping them and growing them. And I think there's a lot we can do to help you in improving the approaches that you're taking there and remove the bottlenecks that are holding you back. So a few negatives and a few positives. First of all, when I look at the website, I'd say it's not really pulling its weight for you. What it's lacking is it's not pulling through the personality of your business. It's not cutting through, and it's not really targeting the audience. Really what we want to see is a landing page for each of your audiences that really resonates with them and drives them into a call to action. You've got some great instruments in your business, great assets available to you, the people, the academy, that could do an awful lot more to bring people into your business. I'd also say the Upwork strategy, whilst it's a mechanism to get new business, it's not a great mechanism, because it's really chasing to the bottom. You know, you're competing against lots of freelancers, and you're not going to get the value for your brand that it deserves by continuing to just do that one strategy. So I'd continue to do it, but I think there's more you can do to increase the value of your innovation business that's not focused on the communications area. You have the opportunity to grow your margins by focusing on quality. There's a lot of opportunity in the marketplace for IT services and skills, and people will pay a premium for a premium solution that's differentiating, and we need to find that differentiation. We need to pick off the niche opportunities. So as we see an opportunity, we can recycle it and grow it to improve the uniqueness of the offer that's being delivered. And we need to attract more clients, sell more, retain more, grow more. So look at the entire life cycle of selling and work out what else can we do to improve the performance of the individuals working in those areas, to equip them, and to remove the bottlenecks that are holding us back. But the great news is, even without that well thought through, well detailed marketing approach, you're still growing and you're still being successful. So there's great opportunity there to harness the Telesens brand, which is a great brand, and do something with it that's more significant. This slide gives you an idea of kind of how we think in our business. We want to look through the whole conversational journey and map it from the beginning, looking at the persona, the individuals that you're trying to target, and stepping through each of the phases of that journey to make sure there are no bottlenecks, that there's a logical path, and that it's performing well, and have the ability to measure each of those conversational paths cutting through your business. And in this next slide, what we're looking at are examples of those conversational paths where we're stepping through. So let's look at the first one, the article feature, where you're saying we're going to write a blog, but that blog is going to drive people to the website somehow. And when they get to the website, we're going to make sure there's a really good web chat service there, because that's then going to convert that interest into a lead. So you'll see we've listed here a series of those programs that we run. And we call them recipes, because really each one of those has a series of ingredients that we supply as part of what we do. So Newton Day is very much a delivery agency, but we're consultancy led. So we understand the problem, we work with you to work out how to improve the business and how to grow. And then we build out the recipe books that we need to fulfill the best conversations with your customers that produce results. And then we deliver the content and the components and the creative that's needed to do that. I wanted to give you a sense of some of our clients. We don't have that many clients, and that's because we don't want that many clients at any one time. We're a niche agency ourselves, and what we want to do is put a lot of effort into a relatively small amount of accounts. And for myself, driving the business forward, I want to be very much hands-on in each of the accounts that we're dealing with, certainly at this stage. We're just over a year old now, we're very profitable, but I think it's fair to say a lot of the work we've done in the last year has been about developing these methods, these tools, these templates that helps us to help a company like you to grow. And you'll see within our portfolio, Modular, it's a 3D technology company. eTrenders is a social media company. Wikisuite is an open source company. Lots of technology companies that are looking to find ways to reach new markets, reshape their offer, get the strengths out of their brand proposition. And that's the sort of stuff that we get involved with. So to finish off, a few things for you to think about. The first is bring your academy online. It's a gravy boat of opportunity. If you look at the HubSpot Academy, I've sent a link to you on the presentation. It's a great example of how you can use academy knowledge to build out social conversation, to reach out to more conversations and more customers. The second point is to refashion your website, to produce dedicated landing pages for each of your audiences that drives through to a call to action that drives opportunity for your business to sell some more product and service. The third is to expand UK and US footprint. Have UK and US presence with people employed from the UK and the US, if you can consider that. Because I think you need that mix. You need people at the front of the business that are built into the culture of the audiences that you're serving. And again, we can help you with that as well. And a few small things, just to get some tactical improvements. Be more targeted with your audience before you start running across the LinkedIn activity. Find out how big your audience is, who the key players are of that audience. Find out what that addressable market looks like. And then understand what proportion of that business are you getting and what are you missing. I think there's great opportunity there that's slightly hidden from view. Secondly, develop sales playbooks for your inside and external salespeople so that they know exactly what is the proposition, Where is the value that you're bringing? And thirdly, leverage the connections you've got in LinkedIn that connect but don't act. Because speaking to Anna, you're talking about maybe 5 or 10 out of your 50 people are actually going to convert into customers in the new business area. Well, you've already made those connections. Let's make sure we're producing social content and driving conversation with those people to give them a second or third chance of wanting to do business with us. If you'd like a conversation, I'd welcome that. I'm going to send you some forms. They are standard templates that I use that help me to get to understand your business and your priorities and your strategy as quickly as possible so that we can actually recommend how we can help to make the biggest impact in the growth of your business. Thanks for spending some time to listen to me on this particular video, and I look forward to a conversation soon.